Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our suite on Oceania Riviera. And we're actually recording this on the ship. It's a ship review, and we're going to try it this way.
Yeah, we want to try and tell you what it's like to cruise on Oceania. We've been on board about a week now, so we feel like we've got a good flavour of what Oceania is about. Mm-hmm. So we'll try and guide you through. We're
sitting on these lovely comfy seats on the end of our bed. If you watch our suite tour, you'll notice these little L-shaped tiny little seats on the end, and they are so good, aren't they?
We use these a lot.
You can kind of sit sort of sideways and be kind of like a talk show host, can't you?
Yeah, no, we use these a lot, and this is such a genius idea.
There you are up there. We've got our G&T, our gin tonics. No, we haven't actually. It's just water.
It is water. Because
anyway,
it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just going to show you a quick montage of the ship before we get down to it. Here we go. Okay, first things first, we're going to talk a little bit about the ship, just very, very basics. Oceania Riviera is the largest, or the joint largest ship in the Oceania fleet. It has a sister called Marina, and we've seen Marina on this itinerary. It's great. We keep docking next to each other.
She's been following us around, or we've been following her actually, yeah.
And she is an identical twin, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's only from the outside.
Yeah.
They are what they call Oceania class ships. Oceania have got 2 of them. They've got 4 other Riviera class ships, and these are the 2 largest ones. They have a guest capacity of about 1,230, I think.
And we have 1,111 passengers on board.
1,111.
That's such a convenient number to remember.
It is, especially if you're into binary.
So yeah.
So it's great because we are sailing at nearly full capacity, which means we get a good view of how the ship operates under full capacity, and how crowded the areas are and everything like that. So let's go. Let's dive straight in.
Okay, so we boarded it in Lisbon, and the itinerary is basically running from Lisbon to Civita Vecchia via some Spanish ports, French ports. We're in Marseille today, and Sardinia and Corsica. So it's a really nice itinerary. Most of the places we've been to before, but it's a very port-intensive European cruise, so it's great. You're getting to see lots and lots of different places. Okay,
we're just going to briefly discuss the suite very, very quickly because we have a video that fully explores this suite. This is a penthouse suite, a PH3, because there's 1, 2 and 3, and probably determining where you are on the ship.
Yeah, I think it's based on location.
So we're not going to go on about the penthouse suite. We will just let you watch the video, hopefully.
The concierge class and the suite class also have their own lounges. So the executive lounge is on deck 11 and the concierge on deck 9. And then there's your veranda suites. There's some amazing verandas lower down on deck 7 with huge balconies really just below us. Really so they're ones to look out for if you like a lot of balcony space. There's a few inside suites as well.
There is. Very few, but they are there.
Yeah.
On most of the floors actually.
Yeah.
So so that's basically it. But overall, there's sort of 2 categories, isn't there? The penthouse and the veranda suites.
Yeah.
Are they called veranda suites?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a range of suites depending on your price point and what you want from your suites.
Okay, we mentioned that we get access to the Aquamar Spa outdoor area at the front of the ship, and so it's natural that we move on to the outdoor areas of the ship. The Aquamar Spa is really good. I'm really surprised that we got here and they said all the steam rooms, all the spa is free to use for everybody on the ship whenever they like. Only Viking, I think, have done this, but then with Viking you had to book.
Yeah.
With here, you just rock
Well,
up.
I think that was COVID though. But
Oh, do you think so?
yeah.
But only, as far as we know, as far as our experience, only Viking have offered that.
And then there's a sun terrace just at the front of that, which you access with your key card if you're in concierge or above, basically. And that has some lovely like double day beds with sort of shades on them. Huge like thalassotherapy pool.
Yeah.
Which is up there, and that's really nice. It's a really nice private sun terrace. Not much shade up there, but it's nice.
So that's only available to concierge and above via keycard access, but as we said, the spa is completely available to everybody inside, and also is the gym, and the gym is an amazing gym actually. I'm a bit of a gym nerd on ships. There are certain things I like to rank, and gyms is one of them. One of these sad sort of people that wakes up really early and can't sleep, so I go and sort of take it out on the gym. And this one is pretty exceptional actually. It has equipment in there that you would only see on much larger ships. So really pleased with the gym. If you're a gym bunny, or you are a gym addict, or you like using gyms on cruise ships, please leave a comment, because I don't like being alone in this, and I frequently am. So yeah, in terms of fitness, you've pretty much got it covered here.
Don't forget the jogging track right at the top of the ship at the aft.
Gets a bit windy up there.
It says,
that's good. Extra resistance.
No, it's really nice. I went up there today. It's really nice.
Oh, okay.
It says it's 6 laps of the jogging track to a kilometre. It's nearer 7. So
it does make you feel a bit dizzy though, going round and round and round and round and round.
It's nice.
And then at the front of the ship, actually, if you go all the way back to the front of the ship, right on the top, there's the sort of games area where you've got paddle tennis, little short tennis, and you've got a really, really decent putting green.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Actually, we're going to go up there and do that.
Yeah,
so
we
expect to see some clips of that.
That's
but we will.
thing we need to do.
We'll try and build them in. We haven't done it yet, but by the power of the edit, we will get them in there somehow. Actually, continuing with the outdoor areas, we've got to mention the pool area, which is obviously the highlight the outdoor areas.
Yeah, it's a really nice pool. It's a saltwater pool. It's a decent enough length to do length.
And it's deep, Helen.
And it's deep.
5'11" inches. I don't know what that is in metres. Nearly 2 metres, I guess.
Yeah. No shallow end.
So no shallow end. It's just deep. And it's I've never seen a pool that deep actually on the top.
Well, it's intended for swimming, I think, rather than lounging around. It's surrounded by a very large sort of paddling area, which is great. So people that just want to sort of, laze around can sit around the edge of the pool.
Cool their feet down.
2 lovely hot tubs, loads of sunbeds.
Yeah. This is your big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a bit. It's a bit like my tower thing. I have a bit of a thing with sunbeds. So sunbeds should be comfortable. If you want to go and lay out for an hour or 2 or half a day or whatever and relax, the sunbeds need to be comfortable. And these are super comfortable.
They're on like 3 layers, aren't they? Because you've got the sunbed, then you've got the mattress, and then you've got the toweling cover. So it's like a 3-layered sunbed. Yeah. And then you put your towel on top of that.
Yeah. However, more comfortable even than the sunbeds.
You mean there's more?
Are those amazing like wave day beds, wicker day beds?
Wicker day beds, or sculpted.
I want to take one of them home with me. I defy anyone to lay on this for more than 10 minutes and not go to sleep.
They are good.
So comfortable.
They are good. What can we say? I mean, they've really thought this through.
For those that don't like to lounge around as well, what we also love about the outdoor areas, there's lots of little like nooks with
seating areas.
Super comfortable seats.
Oh, like the little sanctuary. They call it a sanctuary, don't they?
So you've got the sanctuary. You've got the sanctuary, which has got those like double
double beds are so comfy.
And then on the other side of that, you've got what they call the patio, which has got like sofas in it. And then you've also got some seating around the pool, some sofas around the pool. And then you've got that lovely outdoor sofa area beside the coffee bar. Yep.
So outdoor areas, massive tick from us.
Big thumbs up from us for the pool area and everything. Very well thought out, very comfortable.
Had this been Bake Off and you'd been Paul Hollywood, you got a handshake, wouldn't you? That leads us nicely onto the internal public areas.
Yes.
So let's go inside, shall we?
Yeah.
Right at the top, you've got Horizons, which is the sort of bar loungy area. It's their main lounge, I would say.
Yeah.
It's got a dance floor. They have a band there every night.
So during the day in Horizons, they do lots of trivia and meetups, social. There's a social hostess on board, so she'll do a lot of the meetups up there. Then at 4 o'clock, they serve afternoon tea up there, along with a full string quartet, which is nice.
Yeah.
There's a bar up there, so in the pre-dinner they do dancing, so there's sort of pre-dinner dancing and drinks up there.
When you say dancing, do you mean like ballroom dancing?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, from 5:15 till 6.
Is it like a class, or
No,
do they just have
it's
the dancers
free, yeah,
up there?
if you wanted to
Do they
dance.
have the dancers up there?
I don't think so, but I think
Oh.
if you wanted to
Oh,
dance,
okay.
you know, like you do on
Okay.
Cunard.
Oh, right. That's interesting. Didn't know that.
And then, again, they have another trivia in the evening. We'll go on to that. And then in the after dinner, there's the 3-piece sort of contemporary band is up there. So that's the place to go after the show and late into the evening.
Okay.
So that's the Horizon.
Also, that's not the only bar. We've got the Martinis, which is our personal favourite, certainly for pre-dinner.
Pre-dinner drinks.
Lovely bar. There's a pianist at night.
Singing.
And he's very croony.
Carries on all evening.
And it's quite nice. It's that kind of cheesy sort of piano croony music while you're drinking your cocktail. Really nice. There's a happy hour there as well, which is great. But we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
And then you've got is that the last bar? The
Grand
last
Bar.
proper bar is actually the Grand Bar, but it's not the Grand Bar. It's the Casino Bar, because the bar is shared between the casino and the Grand Bar. The Grand Bar is outside the Grand Dining Room. So it's obviously for people that want to go and sit and have a pre-dinner before they go into the Grand Dining Room. But the bar is separate.
It's
from
on the
Grand
other
Bar.
side.
It's on the other side where the casino is.
Yeah.
But I really like that bar. It's such a stylish little quirky. It's got all Picasso drawings, sketches all over the walls. It's really interesting to go and have a look at those. And the seats are really quite wacky as well. Bit Alice in Wonderland, as I like to say. The funny thing
Grand
is,
Bar is almost just like a lounge, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the sofas in the Grand Bar seating area are super comfortable.
They are.
The most delicious. I can't sit down in them without falling asleep.
but does that compensate for the fact that the Grand Bar doesn't actually have a bar?
No.
So that's the Grand Bar. That's the Casino Bar, and of course you've got the casino as well. So that's a sort of quite a central area down in Deck 6. But if you go upstairs, there's the library, which is another place full of comfy chairs with footstools and stuff. And you can just sort of chill in there. It's quite dark in there. It's actually quite nice, certainly if you've got a laptop or you've got an iPad or something like that. It's quite nice to sit in there. A little bit of shelter, isn't it? But there's a nice outdoor seating area there, which we've already discussed. And also next to the library is Baristas, which is the coffee shop. And that's got a nice little seating area as well. Although that's not as comfortable, but it's coffee shop comfortable.
Yes.
It's not lounge comfortable. You go in there and you have a bit of cake and you have a coffee and then you move on, don't you?
Yeah. A nice quiet place if you just want to go and chat. But it's also got some nice cafe style bar stool seating, hasn't it? Which overlooks the pool, which is nice.
Have you got the impression we think it's comfortable? Have you got the impression this is a comfy ship?
But that's so important.
I think that it is.
So often it's
It
style
is.
over substance.
It is style over comfort.
Yes.
It is.
That's not an issue here.
Okay, moving on now. We're going to talk a little bit about entertainment. Yeah, okay, so
Give you a
we're not
quick
going to talk
synopsis.
about the string quartet, and we're not going to talk about the crooner on the piano. Bless him.
Pianist.
The crooner.
Pianist.
He's called a crooner.
He's not. His
He
name's
is.
LG and he's very good.
What's his name?
LG.
Oh, gee, that's a television, isn't it? TV. Actually, he's really good. He's a nice
very
guy.
good.
He's a nice guy, but he sings like a crooner. He does.
We've got ladies' night tonight, so it's ladies' requests.
Ladies' night.
Ladies can make requests.
You better put in such a cheesy song, please, and I'll record it. What else do we have here?
So there's a full theatre band. I think it's like a 7-piece band that plays in the theatre.
Again, it's a much bigger band than we'd expect on a ship this size.
Yeah.
We've certainly been on ships that have been a similar size that haven't got half the musicians or all the entertainment staff that they have on here.
No. There's also a 3-piece like contemporary band that does the late night entertainment. And like we said, there's the string quartet and a pianist. So quite a lot of live entertainments. There is a troupe of singers and dancers of about 10 or 11, I think. I haven't
It's
counted
amazing,
them up.
isn't it?
Yeah, there's
It's
lots
amazing.
of them and they interchange. So I thought there were sort of 4 singers and 6 dancers, but they're not. I think they all,
It's incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd say the evening entertainment, the shows and stuff like that, it is pretty much standard stuff that you get on any
Yeah.
cruise ship, to be honest. It's like 4 singers and the dancers and the big band, and they just sort of go through show hits. And
then I think there's 3 production shows. We've also had 3 guest entertainers. We've seen 2 of them, and both of them were excellent. The magician guy,
he was great.
I mean, I'm not normally one for a magician.
Quite sceptical, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm not keen on magic, but he was very, very good.
Called Christian Grey, which caused a bit of a snigger. I mean, it really did make you think, how on earth did he do that? How did he do... And every single trick was like that.
Yeah.
It was like, how on
Very
earth did he do that? Very, very good.
Very
If you get to see someone called Christian Grey on a cruise ship, the magician, not the person in 50 Shades of Grey. If you see him on a cruise ship, I'd avoid him if I was you. Probably take
You shouldn't even know who Christian Grey is, Richard.
That's because you read all the books about 20 times, haven't you? So the entertainment is really, there's lots going on.
Yeah, so there's
lots going on.
There's one show every evening at 9:30. It's always the same time, same place.
So in summary, entertainment, there seems to be something for everyone.
Every evening there is a happy hour which takes place across all of the bars, where you get 2-for-1 cocktails. So they have to be the same cocktail, but 2-for-1 cocktails.
Just to quickly mention that it's not an all-inclusive cruise line. And so there are drinks packages to buy. We don't drink enough to warrant the cost of a drinks package. Some people might, so they might think it. And so with Oceania's current offers, which is the part of their what they call the O-Life program, you can choose to have fully inclusive. They have a number of things. I'm not going to go through them now because they will chop and change. So you might be watching this 2 years down the line and it's completely different. But at the moment, they do offer all-inclusive as part of their O-Life package. As we sit today, they don't offer all-inclusive as a standard thing. The bar prices are not cheap. We've been on other cruise lines where, you can pick up a cocktail for $6 or $8. Here, they're sort of $10, $11, $12. So you've really got to use that happy hour to your advantage. And also, of course, they put the gratuity on top of that. They're quite expensive. I'd say London prices.
London prices. We're paying sort of $25 to $30 for 2 drinks.
For 2 drinks.
But, however, all soft drinks all across the ship, any soft drink you want, and teas, coffees, anything, are all included.
Yeah.
So, you can have a virgin
mojito,
pina colada, a virgin mojito. All of those are included, so they'll make them for you. There's a wonderful smoothie and juice bar.
Oh.
You are literally only paying for alcoholic drinks.
Which actually, if you don't drink, is a fantastic thing because you're not subsidising somebody else.
No.
Who does?
Yeah.
So that's in a way that's a thumbs up for Oceania because they recognise that people don't always drink.
No.
And
the soft drinks are amazing. The choice of soft drinks is really good.
Okay. Right, now we're just going to touch briefly on dining because we will have at some point a dining guide for Oceania O-class ships, honestly, because the R-class ships might be slightly different because we haven't been on one yet, but
Oceania have this claim to have the finest cuisine at sea, so we feel we need to mention it.
Cuisine at sea. That's a hashtag as well.
Yes.
Now, obviously, that's a bold claim, Oceania. I mean, when there's some fabulous people out there, that is a bold claim. And up to now, I would say some of it is and some of it isn't.
I would say most of it is.
Most of it is, but some of it isn't. If you're going to say finest at sea, you've got to be the finest at sea, and some of it isn't.
I think the grand dining room, which is obviously the main dining room, is absolutely beautiful.
It's fabulous.
We are choosing to go there whenever it's open.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah, we do. Which is a first for us.
We love it.
It's a first for us.
The waiters there are amazing. They're so attentive.
The menus are great, aren't they?
Food is consistently good.
Yeah. Watch the dining guide because you'll see what we mean. But we haven't had a bad meal there.
It's so elegant. It's so refined. It's lovely.
They really have pulled out all the stops on the main dining room and the menus and the cuisine there. The finest cuisine at sea in the main dining room.
Well, I think also the 4 speciality restaurants. The 4 speciality restaurants should get a mention. Again, they're always packed, which is unusual for specialty restaurants. Probably because these ones are included in your fare.
They are. That's the great thing.
The food again, the food and service there again,
absolutely great,
exceptional. So elegant, so classy, so really consistent.
Great. The finest cuisine at sea.
Yes.
Getting there. I mean, we've eaten some really fine restaurants at sea. Let's be fair, and it's up there.
Yeah, for the formal dining, definitely.
Yes, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
The informal dining, yes.
Well, no. Actually, let's continue with the good stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Waves Grill on the pool deck, for us it started slow. You know? It's like, it's another pool deck where you can get burgers and hot dogs and there's salad and all this kind of thing. But then it just got better and better and better. And, you know, when there's no lunch in the MDR, we are at Waves Grill. We ignore the Terrace Cafe and we just go straight to the Waves Grill. Because
I think the first time we went there, I tried the veggie burger because I always do. And unfortunately, it wasn't like an Impossible or Beyond burger.
Which is strange because they put the Impossible burger on the
room service menu.
So why don't they do it at the Waves Grill? That's a big kind of question mark for us.
Yeah, so it sort of put me off a little bit, but we've been back and we've had so many wonderful like burgers, sandwiches.
They've got this little cart, haven't they?
Oh, the food cart, the street food cart type thing.
Which changes every day.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. And let's not forget actually the smoothies and the juices. And the gelato.
Milkshakes.
The milkshakes. It's all there for you. I've been used to having my sweet green in the morning, which is juice, and I get a full glass of this concoction.
Spinach, ginger, apple kick.
It's amazing. Yeah. Especially after you've been in the gym. Absolutely fabulous. And
we have to mention the fabulous ice cream. I've never heard of Humphrey Slocum. You American viewers might know him, but wow.
Humphrey Slocum.
I wish we could get that in the UK. I'm not a massive ice cream fan, but his ice cream is to die for.
They have a different flavour every day, and they are quite avant-garde.
Yes.
Was the Fat Elvis one? Was my favourite name. I can't remember what it's called.
Was it Elvis has died or something?
No, it's Fat Elvis something.
Elvis died.
Fat Elvis died
or something.
Yeah. So the Humphrey Slocum ice cream is a massive plus for us, and every day we wake up thinking, what was going to be today?
Yeah, we get excited about the daily special, don't we? And it's honestly
really good.
The best ice cream I have ever tasted.
Yeah, fantastic. So
beautiful.
Finest cuisine at sea?
That is the only thing that I feel lets the cuisine down is the buffet for me.
So this is where we have to do a but.
Yes.
Because we've raved so far. We're not massive buffet fans, although the food is pretty much standard buffet food, isn't it, really? There's the odd sort of flecks of excellence in there, but it's mostly what it is what it is.
Yeah.
We've been up there when it's busy. You know what a busy buffet is like. It's not the most pleasant experience in the world.
That's the one place you notice how busy the ship is. And I think just the way that the sort of serving area is designed, you just get lots of crowds. A lot of it they try to cook to order, but that obviously means you've then got people standing in queues and
waiting for your order. You don't like the layout of it, do you?
No.
I mean, we've been to buffets that are much better laid out than this, and it's quite
hot starters over there, cold starters over there. You've got hot food over there. You've got grilled stuff over there. You've got your puddings.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash. That wasn't quite the finest cuisine at sea.
It's more to do with the experience than the food itself.
It's okay. Okay, while we're on the subject of slightly disappointing food, we have to mention afternoon tea, unfortunately, which wasn't the best afternoon tea experience we've ever had.
Started really well. We arrived in Horizon, so that everything was laid out beautiful. All the tables were laid out with white linen tablecloths and lovely tea sets.
And the quartet was playing
china.
Strings, and
it
looked really elegant, really
lovely.
Good.
And we sat down, and immediately someone came around with a tea box and presented you with your tea and a teapot, and it was all very nice.
But then they brought the food round in a trolley. And there was only 2 trolleys for the entire Horizon.
Yeah.
So they came round and they gave you had a very small plate, which you could only fit like 2 or 3 sandwiches on. Fine.
Well, 2 sandwiches.
2 sandwiches on. So they gave you sandwiches, and then they went off, and then we didn't see them again. So we had the sandwiches, and we thought, wait, where are the cakes? And it's like almost like you have to kind of flag them over and try and attract their attention. And it was all a bit protracted, to be honest. I don't understand why Oceania just doesn't, put those little cake stands, the little elegant cake stands with a selection on, and that's it.
Because we have them for Petit Four at the end of the meal.
The Petit Four.
And the Petit Four are lovely, aren't they?
The Petit Four should be the afternoon tea. I mean, they're really, really nice.
Yeah.
And the Petit Four you can request every single night. Yeah. And they are lovely. They're little delicate things. But the afternoon tea just didn't seem like afternoon tea, I'm sorry.
Well, there was no scones.
There was no scones. No, they brought the trolley round. There was sandwiches, there was cakes, but the cakes weren't afternoon tea cakes. They weren't like bite-sized cakes. They were like flans, where you have to take a slice of. And there was no scones at all.
No.
And someone said to us, "Oh, you have to ask for scones."
Good
And
enough.
I'm sorry, it's definitely not the best afternoon tea at sea
No.
at this moment in time. Which is a shame, because actually the setting is beautiful.
Yes,
And it could be so much better. In fact, the way they lay the tables out is beautiful as well.
it's beautiful.
All they need to do is put a little stand down there with the sandwiches on the bottom and the cakes on the top. That's it. Boom.
Yeah.
Job
or
done.
have, 5
done.
or 6 of those trolleys going around, because 2 wasn't enough.
But again,
Because it was really well attended.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But serving from a trolley, I just think, my personal preference is, just put it in the middle. It looks really pretty. You can just sort of take little bites out, and you can go, "Oh, what's this? What's this?" You're just given what they've made. So there's a sort of intrigue as to what you've actually got, rather than sort of picking from a trolley that goes away again and never comes back. I think that there could be improvements there.
Mm.
So
Otherwise, all the food is. There are 2 little disappointments, but
I have to say, what we picked was delicious.
And there was no cucumber sandwich.
And got to have cucumber sandwich and the scones.
Maybe we're
The
too
scone
British.
is the sun
What's
in
those
which all the
cucumber
other
sandwiches?
planetary things revolve. All the sandwiches and all the cakes revolve around the scone. They do in an afternoon tea. They
With
do.
clotted cream. It
They
has to
do.
be clotted cream.
Do you agree? Does the afternoon tea universe revolve around a scone? Please let us know.
We haven't had time or inclination to try the pay for fine dining restaurant La
that's
Reserve,
expensive.
because it is $96 a head.
Yeah, so you're looking at £100 each a
Yeah,
head, plus drinks.
yeah. But it does, we have seen it and it looks like an amazing to do, and we've heard it's really nice. So if you really like to push the boat out with cuisine, I think that would be a
That'd
super
probably be a really good
experience. Yeah.
I was just a quick mention about the crew, because I think in a lot of cases the crew can make or break a ship and an experience. You can come home from a voyage from a fabulous ship and think, well, the crew were a bit, and that stays with you.
A lot of the ones we've been on recently, the ships have still felt a little bit understaffed since COVID.
This does not feel understaffed.
No.
I think Oceania have got it absolutely up to full speed, and it shows the crew are lovely. They're so friendly. Everyone in the restaurants is friendly. Everyone in the bars is friendly. They just make the experience that much better. So other little things that Oceania do that actually is quite unusual.
Part of like their enrichment
programs. And the first one is the cookery classes, and the second one is the art classes. Now we'll go to firstly the cookery class, and we'll be very brief. And they have a cookery school, which is the only other one I've seen is the Salt Lab on the new Silversea ship. So it's that good.
I think Regent have them as well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't been on Regent yet.
No.
The actual lab, if you like, it was really, really good. But it was all fully booked. It was a chargeable
at about $8 to $9 a class. It's 2-hour classes, $8 to $9 per person.
And they run them most days, don't they?
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Yeah, I think there's probably about 8 or 9.
And they were all full. So
it
was
a wait list.
Really popular. So there's that. And then the other one, which you participated in, is the art class, which is something really unusual, actually. We haven't seen that many times at all, if ever.
No, I mean, sometimes they'll have like an art session, but this is like proper art classes.
But this is like a proper 2 hours a day for most of the trip, probably 80% of the
Again, about
the
8
days.
sessions.
8 sessions.
Across
and it's
11.
free.
Yeah.
It's free.
It's set in an art studio, which is also the gallery. So the artist we've got on board at the moment is called Graham Dennison. So in the studio is all his works, which are all fabulous. They ask you to sign up for the entire voyage, so it's not something you can dip in and out of. You have to commit to going to most of the sessions, if not all of them, and they usually start again 2 hours from about 4 till 6. Start with a little lesson from Graham on how to do shading or perspective or whatever, and then you get on and you choose a subject and you paint it over the course of the voyage. And I have to say,
And you've never
for
done art
someone
before, have you?
who has never painted, doesn't
You've
really.
never done art before, have you?
You all tease me that I have not an artistic gene
Bone
in my.
in your body.
Yeah, I just don't. And I
It's
think
great.
I've done okay.
Yeah, if you've been following on our Instagram, she'll be boring you with her daily shots of her art.
Daily updates.
Daily updates of how the picture is getting on. And actually, I'm really pleasantly surprised. that it's your first ever art experience, and you're doing really well, actually.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So, also a quick mention, they do a daily film in the theatre, so it's like a little cinema, and actually the films are normally quite up to date. This
Really
one we had Elvis on yesterday, which is the new Baz Luhrmann Elvis, and if you look on the TV system, there's some really up-to-date
Really
films on
up-to-date
there,
movies.
really up-to-date.
Yeah.
So they're
And a
pretty,
really good selection.
so pretty sharp on getting some up-to-date films. So there you have it.
Yes.
You martini drinking artist, you. Becoming a bit of a lovey, aren't we? So you're going to set up a studio when we go home, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'll be leaving you to set up my own YouTube artist
you
channel.
are some bohemian living in a cave in Morocco or something. Okay, so we hope you've enjoyed our little sort of summarised review of our experience on Oceania Riviera. And actually, we're really enjoying it. And we can't wait to do more Oceania, actually. Please watch these other ones on Oceania, because I'll leave the links here, here, and here. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And we hope you enjoyed our little delve into the Oceania. Is that right? Oceania. No, that doesn't work, does it? No, delve into it, anyway. Until then.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm off to art.
Bye.